Okay, so I'm just going to show you a bed of Woodchip over platinum wood pellets. And this horse is a lot cleaner than most. He tends to do his poos in nice neat piles. I might find the odd one buried, but other than that, he's a lot cleaner. Average amount of wee. This bed's been down for a week as well. Bedded them up last Sunday with platinum pellets underneath the Woodchip, and we haven't taken any wet out at all for a week from this one. So let's just have a look at what it's like. He gets a really clear wet patch here, so throughout the week, if that's showing through, we would take that out. My first observation when I started using this was that you do waste a little bit more of it. As you're lifting the poos out, even if you're shaking it off, you're ending up with more bedding on the fork. I think it's still quite nice because you don't end up with all those bits showing, the little bits of poo are staying on top of the rape straw and they're coming out along with the bigger bits. Yes, he's a slightly wetter horse than the other one, but you'll notice I'm having to dig out a much deeper layer, bend at the knees and lift out significantly more. It's all extra heavy lifting. I'm having to lever it right out. As you saw, there was a lot more waste coming out of this one, and it was a lot heavier. I think really, if you were going to use this, I would muck out at least every third or fourth day. 15 kilogram bag seems to be the standard. It's a little less dusty. It's not dust free, but compared to the Woodchip, so we're going to be using the wood pellets underneath the bed again. In this case, I've got the Platinum Plus. They're very absorbent and they're a nice white colour. I've got my little helper here today, Amishka. Shake off any excess. Now you'll notice again, like with the Woodchip, the excess comes off really easily. So you have very little wasted bedding, clean bedding on the fork. Now I talk about those small bits of poo. They're not significant chunks, but with the Woodchip, they tend to actually stay sat on top of the bed and they're very difficult to remove. Again, with this bedding, it's just slightly easier to pick those up. That wasn't too bad at all digging that out. And some of it was a little bit compact, but none of it was heavy like the rape straw. It was very similar to doing the Woodchip. We've got it all onto one wheelbarrow just. It might be that it's chopped up hardwood, because it's not quite as white as your normal pine wood shavings. Cleaner, stable, less odour. Yeah, I would definitely say that this and the Woodchip, there's a lot less odour. So that is the Woodchip and shavings combination. Obviously wood is from a tree, it's a natural product, but it would take a lot longer for that to break down on the ground than the Woodchip would. This would normally be saturated and we would have to take it out with a snow shovel, not fork, but literally scrape it up with a snow shovel. So it's better, but it's still not perfect for her. So I'm going to probably have a rethink and do something different with her. So first I'm going to just take out all the poos I can see. And the thing I really like about working with the wood sawdust bedding, when I've used it before, is it all falls through the fork really easily and you're left with just the poo. So you have very little waste, which I really like. If you watch the other video, you'll see we put 10 bags in last week, which would be quite a lot, and I would expect it to last a long time. And I'm hoping today we only need to put 1 bag in to top it up. So if we see if we can find some wet patches. Well, it was a fairly heaped wheelbarrow, but it did all fit onto one wheelbarrow, which is really good. It is quite easy to get the little bits out because the sawdust just drops through the fork and you're left with just the little stirred up bits of poo. So I'm quite happy that 1 bag is going to be enough to top this bed up for the week. And I'm going to set that to soak now. I'm just going to go grab some water. What I like about it, it's still got good depth, it's nice and dry, and we've only had to put 1 bag in, and that is important because obviously we're all aiming to try and keep our costs to a minimum. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the wood pellets. Now we come to muck out our straw bed. I put this down a week ago and it's had full use all week from some quite messy horses, and I haven't mucked it out fully all week. I normally would with straw, but because I put the wood pellets underneath, I've decided to just let those soak up the wee all week, and now I'm going to muck them out like I did the other beds. And we're going to see how the straw compares. I find it harder to get underneath the poos and tip the poos into the wheelbarrow without wasting some. I don't think we're going to have many in here that are just on the top and easily visible. But yeah, that's what you would normally do, is just Put your fork underneath a great big poo and tip the poo into the wheelbarrow. So I've cleared all the clean away and just revealed the big wet patch that's underneath. This is a week's worth of wheat, so it's quite a lot, and we're getting quite a lot in the wheelbarrow, so it does create a bit more waste than the others. I'm not sure I'm going to get this over the threshold. So now you can bank it up and sweep the floor and let the floor dry out. But as you can see, it's not particularly wet. Those wood pellets have done a really good job of absorbing all the moisture. So I'm going to just pop this bed back down. You'll notice I've actually started using a shavings fork. This is purely because this bedding is chopped quite short. And you can use a pitchfork or a shavings fork with this, I've found. And with the longer straws like oat straw and wheat straw, I'd normally just use a pitchfork. It's worked really well with the wood pellets, so they've absorbed a lot of the wee. That's been really good. Biggest thing for me is such a lovely looking bed, and it's really cheap to buy straw. Well, relatively cheap compared to the other types of bedding. So that's a big plus in my opinion. It creates a nice, warm, deep bed, and you can go a little bit crazier with the size of your banks. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. So just to get rid of a bit more, you flick it up and the poos will drop to the bottom. Like so. I have got my video of how to lay a perfect shavings bed. It was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it does show how to do a beautiful shavings bed. Okay, I could spend all day doing that though. Can you imagine how long it would take to mark out? I've got 11 to do today. I think I'd be here all day. It's quite satisfying, but I really don't have the time to be doing that. So that's something, if you've got one horse and you really want to make your bed perfect, then. Over the years I have used straw bedding when I was younger. That was all we had. Then I went on to shavings. Chopped up cardboard, chopped up banknote paper, obviously not actual banknotes, the paper they used to print bank money on. I've gone and collected wood shavings from wood mills.